Welcome to the S.H.O.P, the social hub of positivity. We are back in the hole. In the hole.
In the hole.
In the hole. In the hole of the moon. In the shop. In the wonderful Emery Gate shopping centre. In Chippenham.
The Merritt Hole.
In Wiltshire. Today, I have this wonderful man, Andy Owen. Some of you will know him. Some of you will never either see me or this man before. And you're just randomly looking at this thing, and it's like, good luck to you, that's what I say. Known Andy for some years now. Some very long years.
Yes.
In fact, actually, I don't even want to go into it because I can't remember.
40 maybe?
Yeah, it's got to be that.
Ish.
Yeah.
A while.
It's actually a bit longer.
A lifetime. It probably is.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh dear.
Anyway.
And we still speak.
Yeah, and we still speak,
Wow.
which is
It's alright.
it's unusual for me. I was going to say, now, so as well as being a wonderful human being, you've also been in bands over the years, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
And so Andy Owen, everyone, but tell the people there, because the ones that do know will remember the bands. What bands are we talking here?
What, that are playing?
No, that you've been in. No, we'll
Oh,
get
no,
to
no.
that in a minute.
The Liabilities AD was the band
Yeah,
and is no more.
there's no more.
No.
No.
It's,
Is that the only band you played in?
yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you'd been in a few bands.
No, just written for years, but
Yeah.
not sort of expressed it
No, I get you.
until 7 years ago, whatever it was.
Oh, wow, I thought you'd been doing that longer.
No.
Okay, well, I've heard the stuff, it's great. So, the old stuff, but you've got a new band now.
Nope, not yet.
No, what?
I'm still.
Hey, this is the
I'm still.
most
I'm
bizarre-
employable. I'm employable.
Yeah. All right, so you're promoting that gig and you're not playing it?
No, I'm putting this gig on, but I'm not playing it. No.
Right. Okay, well, let's talk about the gig then, because I've just embarrassed myself. Oh, damn, I thought you were in it. I
No,
thought you
no,
were.
no, no, no,
whole
no,
reason you were doing it
No, I'm
was
not.
because you were doing music again.
No, I'm putting the gig on
Yeah,
for bands and people I know in the bands
yeah.
because Chippenham needs something, doesn't it?
It does need something.
But
It does need something.
yes,
Can you imagine what that something could be?
but it's as you know, promoting stuff and getting things out there at the moment is a bit tricky.
Yeah.
And people seem to be stuck in this kind of, well, you know, okay, I might go, but if I go, I'll turn up and pay on the door,
Yeah.
which doesn't help
No.
me or any other promoter.
No.
And we're kind of in
No.
this situation where if you don't get pre-sales, you can't guarantee that you're going to be able to cover your costs, etc.
Yeah, exactly.
And it may not happen.
Oh, good lord.
So it's a case of
Can we just, can
buy
we,
some
so
bloody
let's-
tickets.
What is it? When is it? What is it?
Oh,
What is it?
I can.
We'll put this details. Maya, if you can,
We'll
put the poster up in here as well.
Yeah.
When is it on?
August the 31st.
That would be normally the time we did the Unlock Reset Festival, but because of the Claridge's having a wedding, we're doing the Unlock Reset Festival 17th and 18th because I'm telling you now, sir, had we been doing the Unlock Reset Festival on the same day, I would burn those.
I wouldn't be
posters.
here. No,
No, in a way it would, because this is a very specific type of gig, isn't it?
Yes, it's punk rock gig.
Exactly.
So we have. See, in August, what happens in August is a thing called Rebellion on in Blackpool,
Yeah.
which is all the punk bands you can see all year round.
Yeah.
Anytime you like for a tenner,
Yeah.
everyone decides they'll go to Blackpool, see them all in 3 days, and spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds up there for a weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
And stuff. Which is beginning of August, which is fair enough. Which is beginning of August.
Yeah.
The same day we have this, Bristol, my friends at Bristol promoters,
Yeah.
they've got GBH playing the same night, which are a hard-hitting big band from the last 40 years.
Right.
So we do have a bit of competition, but hopefully that won't deter people from going. It's 15 quid a ticket.
Yeah. You've got a few. How many bands you got on there?
I think it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 7. So we've got Eastfield,
Yeah.
the Menstrual Cramps, Split Dogs, Death Traps, the Cynic Tones, Danger Mind, and Any Minute No. And
Well,
it's-
that sounds like a pleasant.
yeah,
It sounds good proper, yeah, it sounds great.
Pretty local bands, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So any from Chippenham?
No. But Bristol,
Yeah. No. Good.
Wales. But they're
fantastic.
within the M4 corridor, if you like.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Ah, mate. Listen, we had
And I was shit at geography at school, by the way.
Yeah. Actually, it was one of my better subjects, and if my ex-teacher's watching that, please don't write in. Helical flow. Of course, I know what helical flow is.
It was a haircut, huh?
Well, it was back in the day, but now it's actually deposit of silt that is left on the Posen Bank as the river goes round, and little eddies and meanders.
There's not much get deposited in rivers now, bar
No,
sewage.
no, that needs to change.
Stuff.
That needs to change. So that's on the Constantly Club, isn't it?
It's on at the Constantly Club.
Always a great place.
It's
to
on
see
at the
a gig,
Constantly Club.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's brilliant. I mean, you know,
Yes, it's one of the-
I've put on bands there before, as people may know. Punk Fest used to be on.
So why is that not happening? I was going to ask you about that. Why is that not happening anymore?
Because certain situations happen within the band.
Certain situations.
So,
sounds like a job for Frank Spencer. What do you mean, certain situations in your band?
Well,
I know. Don't go into it.
I
I
won't.
know.
I'm not
I know.
allowed to yet.
Yeah, I know.
but all will come out
Okay.
sooner or later.
Not on this podcast.
No, not
Anyway.
on this podcast. But
Right.
so it's a revamp,
Right.
if you like, and it isn't a 3-day festival like it was.
Yeah.
It's just from just a day thing. Finishes at midnight ish.
What time does it start?
6 o'clock the band start, but you know, get there whenever. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
pub is open.
Yeah, it's
You know,
great
it's in a
place,
big hall. It's
isn't
got
it?
it's got
Yeah.
3 different bars.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's a great venue, and
Yeah, it is.
every band that I've put on there, which is a lot,
Yeah.
every band has really enjoyed it, and most want to
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah, I bet they do because it's great.
It
is
is great.
actually one. It's a little a jewel, a nugget
Yes,
in our.
you
in
go down
our-
the side road and then walk in the door, and then it's
Yeah.
like whoosh.
You can't believe it, can you?
Little TARDIS, isn't it?
It's great. Lovely people up there.
I mean, you know, your gaffers and stuff next door, wouldn't it?
It is very close.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
fact,
yeah.
very close indeed. I've spent many evenings listening to the wonderful sounds coming from out back
Yeah.
of Consti. Yeah, it is a thriving hub, and I think people probably not enough people know about it because if they did, but maybe this is a one way to wet your whistle is to go down on this wonderful weekend, particularly if you are of that persuasion of a nice, heavy, punky type of energetic.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's not like full on. You know, it's
Well,
a
well,
mixture of
it's-
bands and stuff, and
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
mixture of punk music, I suppose, and great lyrics and.
So you wouldn't say that all the bands are punk?
Yeah, I would say they are. I
Uh-huh,
mean, if you want to
okay.
label it, I suppose.
Well,
yeah.
I'm trying to sell
I mean,
it
you
here,
know,
darling.
You can
Market
you can
it.
say they are.
I mean, what's it? What
But
sort of
they're-
things?
but
Is it?
they're
Oh,
mus-
you know.
Their music is open to everybody.
Yeah, of course it is.
Of-
If you open-minded, they're open-hearted.
Yes.
Open arms come down.
I mean, you know,
And hug.
lyrically, it's a broad range of.
You've got some great lyrics. You do. You're a
Thank
quite
you.
creative person
And I've still got
yourself.
tons left I haven't done yet.
Yeah, well, I think you should have another band. I'm actually shocked that you haven't.
I think I should have another band too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do. I've still got lots more to say.
yeah, totally.
You know, I've still got still a bit cheesed off about bits and bobs and
Of course.
stuff.
And if there's any purpose in music, it's for the originators of the music. You can obviously play covers and still get some mental soothing out of it.
Yeah,
But
sure.
to write your own, you know, whether you put them to music or not, but to write your own thoughts out on a piece of paper, it's really cathartic. It's really good for your mental health.
Yeah, which is, you
It's
know,
great
with
to
mine,
share them. Yeah, of
You
course,
know,
I think
it's-
with everyone. So
Yeah,
that's
of
why
course.
that's why we use the arts that can do arts, mate.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Just find a way for somebody just to sort of
Oh, it's just channeling your
absolutely and you know,
whatever.
some people, you know, some people we work with don't even talk, so
Yeah.
but
Sure.
they'll play gigs all day long,
Yeah.
and that's been like that for years.
Well, lots of people said to me, you know, because obviously my mental health and stuff, and they were like, "Well, how can you get up on stage and do that in front of one person or 100 people or whatever?"
It is, yeah,
And
it's
I'm
got
like,
to
"Oh,
be-
you know, it's hard work. The anticipation is hard, but once you're up there and you're kind of a song or two into it, and you get a bit of reaction, you kind of, or even if you don't, I settle into that mode, if that makes sense.
and it's a unique.
I don't have
mode
to
as
be
well, isn't it?
myself. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
Something like that.
It's a place, space
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
in where that you're right. It doesn't matter if there's one person or 100. You essentially are setting your emotional context in a very specific place, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's like it's not your bedroom. It's not where you've written the lyrics.
that's
It's
right.
not where you maybe if you've done it on a guitar or a little piano. Whatever you do, writing your songs on. And it doesn't matter that it's public, but in the very nature of doing it, that's it. The doing is the winning, isn't it?
It's, I'll tell you what it is. It's the doing is good, the writing's good, the doing of the doing it is good.
Yeah.
But like you said earlier, it's, our music wasn't for everybody. But lyrically, being selfish, I was being selfish writing the lyrics because it was all about my thoughts and my bits.
Yeah.
But to get people to, when the album came out and stuff like that, to get people to say, that song really got me, or that was
resonated.
like, I can understand.
Yeah,
That's
totally.
awesome.
That's the bit. So, so the stages of it are
Gives like goosebumps.
right. So if you do it, if you channel your thoughts, your emotions, and you might not even understand what you write. You write your song, you write your poem, you write your song. Then, if you're lucky, you collaborate with other human beings to make it. You don't have to, but if you do, and that's lovely when they put their original bits. They add their little bit of magic to it.
Well, it's just like, it's kind of like almost like a, you're kind of letting you're opening yourself up into words.
100%.
But then when other people connect with that,
Yeah.
it makes you feel like you're not on your own type thing.
100%.
Yeah,
That's what I say
other
about
people
people.
go, "Oh my
About
God."
Leonard Cohen.
Yeah.
No, 1 second.
Yeah.
When you hear someone who has written a song and they're explaining how they feel and their perspective of the world, and you resonate with that, and you go, "Oh wow, there's me thinking I was alone, feeling depressed."
That's what songs should do.
Shouldn't it? In one way or the other. I don't care if they're slow, fast, mean, punk,
Well,
rock. Doesn't matter.
it could be blimmin' someone singing Barbie Girl. That gets its songs and makes them move around and jump around.
Yeah. And it, but obviously there's layers of psychological or intellectual, not better or worse. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it's not better or worse because you're right.
Yeah.
On the day you need to hear Barbie Girl, on the minute that you're dancing to that, that's good enough.
Yeah.
If all we had was that, life would be a bit turgid.
Yeah.
But the idea of the commercial side
Music's
of
music, isn't it? I mean, it's not.
But the commercial side of it, unfortunately, has hijacked it. That's why I don't like X Factor and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's
no,
a
I
glorified
don't.
karaoke.
Of course it is.
But bizarrely, we have karaoke here every Tuesday. And I would tell you now, that's one of the golden things that we do as an organisation. And Sarah Payne and Phil Rice, who help us run it, and the volunteers here. If you were to come here on a Tuesday afternoon, you see all manner of people singing their favourite songs, right, in the way that they connect with it. It's one of the most beautiful things.
Because I don't matter whether you're me writing a song or Leonard Cohen or Bob Dylan, whoever you are, one song or another will get you.
Oh, yeah.
And your interpretation of that, if you can express it
exactly
in a song, it's just awesome. Yeah. So music affects you.
It does.
Simple.
And I think that's the whole beauty. That's why I like making films.
Yeah.
Because people like stories. Songs are stories, but you can also combine those. The soundtrack can be something that
set to something in the film.
But it also it enhances everything emotionally, because something happens differently when you hear music and songs. Something happens when you visually see something, but hear the senses are aroused, shall we say, for want of a better word, without getting told.
Your endorphins are going up, aren't they?
100%. Even as an audience member, when you see a film, you can do all the arts just about.
You can,
In Bash Street, remember Bash Street? We had a work experience lad, and I like the idea of having, they're called Easter eggs generally in film parlance, where you have these little things in the film that are on another level, right? So you've got the film, got everyone's story, the characters, but if you were to look, and not that I'm sure anyone will do this, but if they were to look, you would see, for instance, that what appears to be, as the film goes, the camera's at the same type of angle on this one particular shot. The painting above the character's head changes 3 times.
Oh, right, okay.
Right? But you just
if you don't know.
That was just a lad from one of the schools, local schools, come and work a space. Say, "Hey, do me a favour if you like his art. So I want you to do a fish, then a fish on a hook, then a skeleton of the same fish, right?
Oh,
so
okay.
3 bits, right?
I'll look for
And
that
what
now,
happens,
then.
right?
I'll look for that now.
Right, but what happens is, in the movie, you see one character going out fishing, don't you?
Yeah.
He catches the fish, he comes back and he brings it back to his wife.
Yeah.
He guts
That's
it.
a grub, yeah.
Right, so they have it later on, and then you see the skeleton. If you remember the poster thing, it's the skeleton of the fish, right?
Yeah.
Well, that happens in the film, in that character's house, but no one ever knows now. So another local artist just gone to Falmouth she had just gone to Falmouth, which is fantastic. So in our studio, there's this picture above the piano of Lou Reed, which because I used to sing Lou Reed songs at the Old Road when I used to run the open mic there.
Yeah.
If they didn't have enough people, I would sing songs, and one of them a couple of them would be Lou Reed songs. One morning I turned up to work, and there's this rolled up thing. She'd gone off, and there's this beautiful piece of art of Lou Reed. She just left it. It was just a gift for me. So it's in our studio. So I got her. I thought, right, I paid her, because I knew she was a student and she was in Falmouth, to do these labels for the wine bottles in the film.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And there's wine bottles in loads of the scenes. But what you don't realise is that on the labels, they're all original labels. I mean, to one set, and we photocopied them and put them on labels. And there was another set, so it was like Ruda Bash was on the bottle, right? Ruda Bash, obviously Bash Street.
Yeah.
And then there was something else on the. I can't remember what the other was, but fantastic. Again, you don't know if you don't know.
No.
But there's a part. No spoilers. When your man's taken the overdose and he's got a medicine thing, and right by it is a bottle, because he's drinking. He's drinking wine. Bless him, Lee. He's dead now. God love him. A great friend of mine and a great facilitator. Can do the clown in Bash Street.
Yeah.
When he's doing that scene, he's obviously he's taking an overdose. Don't recommend anyone does this ever. He's taken an overdose. He's got the tablets in the thing, and he's got this wine, right? But obviously they aren't tablets. They were Tic Tacs.
Yeah.
They're really minty, and he's like putting them in, and he's being filmed, and he's chewing them. Then I think it might have even been real wine. Right?
Oh, was it?
Yeah. So it's imagine this thing: Tic Tacs, yeah, and then wine.
Nice.
And then maybe it was background. Doesn't matter what. No, it was wine. I think it was wine. But either way, right? It was horrendous. And I just filmed, and we captured the thing, and just keeping these things, and still having to act. Everyone's going, "You're going to cut me."
What is that, 25 years ago?
Yeah, 20.
20 years ago.
20 years ago. Wow. Bless him. So, he just went on for ages. This is like, there's no, it's in it for about 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But I must have filmed him for 15 minutes. He had to go through these things. Bless him.
And that's why he doesn't direct films anymore.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. I'm not allowed on the film sets. But the great thing about films is you can combine all the arts. Yeah. If you remember, again, Bash Street's the ultimate for me, as in, not the ultimate film, please, I'm not that, whatever, deluded. But the idea of a community film where
exactly.
the 5 bands, the 5 musical artists that you hear in the first half of the film as background thing, appear in the second half of the film in person playing their stuff.
Yeah.
Such is the nature of the story. So, So encompassing music, songwriting, whatever, storytelling, artists, all these things. We could have had dancers in there. Do you know what I mean? That's what I love about it. But
I mean, you just
for an experience, a live gig.
Yeah, but you're just trying to pull people together and create something, aren't you? And whether it's visual, audio, or everything in once.
Yeah.
The whole idea of gigs, whatever gigs they are, or films, or theatre, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just trying to get people to communicate and discuss things, and like with the gig we're doing, it's just lyric. Some of the the lyrics that these guys write and perform are great talking points.
Yeah.
Great talking points, and some stuff people will go, "Oh my god, I didn't." The Menstrual Cramps. They're all female band, and they are like just hard hitting,
wicked,
and just they're great. They're all the bands right. The Cynics Home's one of the best bands I've seen for ages. It's just great. It's great music, great lyrics, great people. First and foremost, because I wouldn't have Broncos down there. Because that could,
that would ruin the whole thing.
That could cause a bit of a hoo-ha.
Yeah.
But like I say, it's just come on, it's Chippenham, it's a market town. We need to do something.
Always.
You've been doing it forever.
But that's with the fan. That's why I came back after London. I wanted to come back here. There was something about my dad was in the Rats, and we moved all over the place.
Yeah.
something about this town. That's why I'm very protective of it. That's why I'm quite critical politically, or I want to be motivated politically, because it's like I've waited on the sidelines, working with the hardest to reach people in our community, and watching people who should know better not act in the interest of our community.
The biggest one's gone now, hasn't she?
Yeah, but we've with the general election.
Yeah.
Essentially, people told me to my face, I got it, and it was online. It's like, no, we're voting tactically to get rid of the Tories. We can't risk it. It's like 100%, and that's unfortunate. That's how bad our political system is. So now we've got a person that doesn't come from our constituency.
You can't vote for who you want to.
You can't,
because you want to get them out, so you have to go the other way, or what way, you know.
So we need to change politics. We can't have that. Not we can't have it that people could vote, do what you want. What I'm saying is,
you should be able to vote for who you want.
You should have voted, or that the people that the alternative Reform got over 6,000 votes.
Disgusting.
No, well, it's up to people.
Of course.
I'm not opposed to anyone. I think it's just as bad that the Lib Dems put up a candidate that didn't come in our constituency. Why that? Well, I know why, because I've seen the ones at the town council. They wouldn't be elected in their own houses, let alone for the constituency. And the same thing with Labour. Lovely guy, but it's like, and the woman, what's her name from the Lib Dems? Fine. It's like, but you don't. This is all you Lib Dems were putting out stuff ages and ages ago, well before the election was thing. So much did they want to up their number of seats. For what purpose? The Labour have got such a big whatever. It doesn't matter what any other party says.
No.
So
you only have the Reforms and the Conservatives, and whoever else. I mean, I'd say disgusting. I think they all are, to be honest. I mean, I don't think there's
they haven't proven any different. History tells us that.
I don't think there's anything in there that's going to sort of getting rid of the Tories was a good idea.
Yeah, just emotionally,
100%.
just emotionally.
Although,
the guy here that ran here was the local guy. He's got a lot to say about that. He's a businessman. His wife's got that lovely cafe at the town.
Yeah, sure.
She's lovely. What I'm saying is, it's just bizarre that people think they can implant people in towns. No, that's a ridiculous thing. You should have to live in the town for 5 years.
Yeah, I agree.
Same with the town council.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be a councillor in any town until you've lived in the town for 3 years to be a councillor, to be a town councillor. You have to have some knowledge and know that you're not just politically ambitious. I know a Lib Dem that came to this town, was campaigning to be a councillor before she even moved here.
Really?
It's just appalling. It's like, why would you do that? Why would you think that you knew better than local people about how to run this town?
Yeah.
And it proved to be a disaster as far as I know. However, so the reason I'm saying I love this town, I love this area, and you said I've been promoting gigs, you're right, since I was writing pantomimes at Sheldon, Eileen's theatre group, so we did 2 of those, but putting on stuff, but then doing gigs from 17 in random gender. Playing gigs, and we were putting on our
stuff
own
at
gigs.
Diggers and that you did, didn't you?
Yeah,
Good old
totally.
Gold Diggers.
Yeah.
I mean, but that was just absurd that we had that opportunity, wasn't it?
2,000 people have got
Yeah, it was just amazing that we had that opportunity to do those things, and having some fantastic bands that we all liked and loved.
And your brother chopping roof
Yes,
tiles with his
chopping
hands
roof
and
tiles.
stuff.
That's it, back to his hair. Hey Claire. Hey James. But you're right. That's always been the nature. So I've never thought. You know what I mean? This is the town. You just do things. You put on. We're always putting on things. You're putting on things. And
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
mean, I just think the town's getting a bit. Well, there's not much going on.
there's not enough
The
going on.
town's dying, as we
There's
know.
not enough going. But exactly.
And
Why
music-
is that? Why is that? Because we've got councillors that don't connect, who are playing this little game. So that's what my next thing is getting elected on the town council to go. Guys, are you serious? It's appalling, and we've the lack of democracy, lack of transparency, is appalling. But one way or the other, people like yourselves, people collectively like ourselves, linking up to do stuff because you're doing what needs to be done, which is you're answering the call for a demographic of people who like a certain type of music
Yeah.
to do the voodoo that you can do, and they will love it, and they'll be like, right, some of our needs are being met here.
Well, I've noticed in town, recently, I've noticed the kind of the younger generation. There are some who's got the look, if you like, of
Yeah.
they're liking their punk rock music and stuff.
Oh, I know.
So it's kind of like
I know too.
It almost looks as if there's a kind of
there is
another cycle
100%.
coming through.
No. I'll introduce you to it if they're still going. That one that Leo's playing, but then we had him playing an acoustic setup at the other shop at the college.
Right.
Wiltshire's doing great music, and the media courses and the art courses at Wiltshire
Yeah,
College
yeah.
are fantastic. There's a punk band there.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. So I'll introduce you to them.
Yeah,
So
okay.
We're kind of supporting a few young bands, and it's like, actually, we want to guide you to putting on your own stuff.
Yeah.
Running it. We've got musicians doing work experience with us for that very reason. But I should put them in contact with you, the punk
Well,
bands.
yeah, I mean, basically the bands that are playing this one are not Chippenham-based bands.
No, it doesn't matter.
But
I'm saying for future reference.
Yeah, exactly, because
Grow your bands, grow your. That's what you're saying about new ones coming through.
100% want local bands to play.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, we were the local band that played it, really, and we're old gits.
Yeah.
So I'd much rather.
Nothing wrong with old gits.
Not really, but I want. There's a band that we played with a couple of years ago before we parted company. They're called the Human Error, and I think the guy on drums at the time was about 14, something like that, and the other guys were teenagers basically. Amazing. All right, there's a couple of Buzzcock songs and stuff like that, you know, because they love them.
Yeah.
But they did their own stuff, and I was watching them thinking, they were supporting us, and I was watching them thinking, this is what it means. This is what it's about now. You know, the young ones coming through, and they've got something to say.
Got to be, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I love
You know,
about
it's not
the-
just us that have been shouting it for the last 30, 40 odd years. You know, it's
that's the great thing with the luck of having people coming and do music here. But we've got a few young bands. When we did the team, we had an afternoon of young bands from not just Chippenham but mainly, and Corsham, what have you. Great varieties like the Vivas, who are using our studio at the moment every week, and we had them playing on our Monty stage last weekend. Quiet, another band that formulated. They do gigs now, but they've done gigs for Can Do, and they'll be doing at the Unlock Reset Festival, 17th and 18th of August, Monkton Park, Pitch and Putt. What? Monkton Park, Pitch and Putt? Yeah. Pitch and Putt, forget that. Watch the bands, innit? Unlock Reset Festival. But you're right, so it's having that generational thing, even if that's the unlock. You actually can come, because your gig's the next weekend. That's when our gig would normally be. We do it on bank holiday.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I'll come here.
Come and just sit. It's just, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure.
And I will get you introduced to this new punk band.
Yeah, for sure.
So you can.
But like I said, I want this one to. I don't sound like I'm desperate here.
Yeah.
Because it either happens or it doesn't. It's black and white. Is that really?
Yeah.
I want it to happen, obviously, but I really do want Chippenham bands to. You know, they don't necessarily have to be punk rock bands. You know what I mean? I just want people that's got something to say.
Yeah.
You know, just express it. Whether it's, you know, a 4-piece band or someone there with an acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
You know, music is music, and if
Yeah.
somebody's just there on their own.
Yeah.
With a guitar and saying stuff.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, definitely.
And the rest of it comes, you know, drums and stuff come around if you want it. But you know,
Of course.
you're right. You know, you could be at home on a piano or
Certainly.
guitar writing a song, and that's how it begins.
Yeah.
And it works.
As long as it begins.
It builds from there, doesn't it?
Right, everyone.
But don't worry, my songs do end as well.
Yeah. 31st of August.
Thank you.
At the Consti Club between 6 and late. A whole plethora of fantastic bands from all over the area. Some as far away as Wales. Can you believe that?
Yes, I know.
But
come from another country to be here.
Yeah. Cacophony of amazing stuff. This is Andy Owen. The details we'll put up on this podcast. But go through the Consti Club if you want to buy tickets as well. Where are they on sale?
Now, they're on the Consti Club. There's a little kind of. I'm not technology minded, but there's a little thing.
QR code.
That's it.
See, I
QR
remember that
code.
this week. QR code.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's great.
£15 in advance.
Yeah.
Or if you want to wait, you've got to pay another £5 on the door.
On the door, and rightly so.
So why wait?
Exactly. Why wait?
Get 'em now.
Get them while they're hot.
Yeah, get it now.
Right. Nice one, everyone. That's a
Thank
wrap.
you. Cheers.
Nice one, brother.
Spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, just another speck in the cosmic shower.